Yo, what's going on? It's Jay.
This is B.
This is Lit Logic. We're on episode 15. Hey, we're getting up there. So today's topic is going to be racism. The thing that built America. So we're going. There's been a lot of stuff going on, recently. So I feel like now is the best time to talk about it.
Absolutely.
So we're gonna get right into it.
I have a question for y'all. How do y'all feel about that Doja Cat situation?
I don't have all the information on it. Like, what exactly happened?
So, for anybody that knows Doja Cat, she is, she's interracial. So, her dad's black, mom's white. So she has these friends, which her friends are a part of the Aryan Brotherhood, basically the KKK, and they're in their race. On top of that,
I have black and have friends that are.
I'm gonna get to that. So
it makes no sense.
It makes absolutely no sense. That's why I don't feel sorry for her. So she gets on. They have these videos. This was from, I guess, before. I think before she got big, or around that time where she was about to. There was like a video of her and her. I guess the dudes that she was on there with. They were saying racial slurs. Mm-hmm. She was saying, it's like every black person says nigga.
Right.
But she was saying with the ER. She was saying, and you see the guys on the, the screen, they're laughing and, agreeing with her. And I'm just, and I don't know. I don't think they said anything racist, but she was. But I think people are mad at her because it's like, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you're interracial or not. You're still black.
Right.
Whether
that sounds like some identity crisis.
It really is, because her excuse was her dad wasn't in her life. And to me,
super cop out.
To me, I don't feel sorry for her, because at the end of the day, it's a difference between common sense and you should know better.
I hate when people try to, they do stuff willingly, and then when shit hit the fan, that's when they want to try to, apologize and shit. Like the whole shit with the lady in Central Park.
Oh, that was terrible.
Yeah, she got caught up, got fired and everything. Now she's talking about her life ruined. I'm like, bitch, you ruined your own life.
You ruined your own fucking life.
All you had to do was either put the dog on a leash or just walk away.
Easy. Because anybody would have said that. I'm pretty sure if they saw her in the park. Like, your dog's supposed to be on the leash, but she felt the need to take it to that extreme. I'm going to call the cops and make it seem like she was in some type of distress. And, like, say a cop was nearby.
Yeah.
Didn't see he wasn't recording. Who's to say what would have happened?
Exactly.
It's sad.
I think
very sad.
I think the video cameras, like people recording, have saved, well, not necessarily saved people, but have given like people like brought it to justice because they had the video.
People don't understand these video cameras. People are rolling now.
Yeah.
People are recording. This is the era where everybody records everything.
Yeah. Because
everything. So if you fuck up, somebody got it on camera.
Yeah.
I feel as though now, like, a lot of people should like tread carefully now, because someone's going to be recording
especially
something.
If you're
not like recording
especially
something.
If you're in the limelight.
Yeah.
Tread lightly.
Of course. They're always going to pull up your path somewhere or another.
Well, yeah, even if you're not even if someone doesn't physically pull their phone out and record stuff, there's cameras everywhere.
You got stuff like that.
There's cameras everywhere, so.
It's a crazy, like.
But it's cool that they, not to cut you off, but it's cool that, like, having all these motherfuckers like exposed.
Yeah.
Because of the camera situation.
Yeah. Because it gives you I'm not gonna say it gives you an input, but it lets you know that they're human. They're human too. They can be touched.
Don't be untouchable,
They do stupid stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
And for her, in her case, she has to take that L.
Mm-hmm.
If her career is over, I've never listened to her. I don't think I ever will.
I've never heard a
It's not
song.
gonna be over.
Think I ever will. She made that song
Move.
with Tiger.
Move. She made that weird song Move, and she had like a count.
And she made that song with
Or
Tiger.
I haven't listened.
But I
to
haven't
her.
listened to her either. But
Me neither.
I know off of that.
She never had a fan with me, so
It don't matter.
Yeah,
She's
so-
still gonna have fans regardless.
yeah, bro.
Because people want to think it's not
But
that
she got,
serious.
but like I was telling you earlier, like one thing that people and like her don't think is that majority of your fan base is black. You know what I'm saying? Because she makes black music.
I don't know because I haven't heard.
She's
it, so
considered
don't know.
R&B.
I don't listen to
Pop music. She
I
don't make
guess.
pop
No, she
music.
makes like popish art, but the last couple of songs have been out have been like urban based. You know, so her and she had like I said, she had a song with Tiger that went, you know, that's on the radio a lot.
Of course, but
You
that's
know.
that's money. She's
Yeah.
gonna pick a person that she can make money with and try to go for that base. If she can't reach to a certain, like, she wants to reach out to everybody, whether it be white, black, urban, you know, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But it's stupid. We don't know how this girl was raised. If she was raised in, like, you gotta think about that. Her dad wasn't around. How was she raised? Where did she go? Was she amongst a bunch of white people that have those type of views and she's okay with it?
Well,
That's a possibility.
Regardless of the fact, you know you still have black, and you know that shit is not acceptable. And if you're making music to try to portray to that type of geographic, why would you even involve yourself in that type of shit?
Money. It's always gonna be there.
Because
Oh.
they don't think stuff in their past is
It's
gonna
gonna
catch up
come
to
out.
them. They don't never
They don't
think.
think so.
A lot of people don't think that.
There's always gonna be a big, like, even I think, was it Lady Gaga? I think they had like a picture or a video of Lady Gaga and it looked like she had like blackface on. And she was like at a campfire with a bunch of people.
I know they
that
had
was a
Drake.
big
I know they
thing.
had
That was a big thing, but then of course it just, diminished.
It goes away because she's making her label money.
Exactly.
When you making money,
big.
when you making money, it goes away. Like look at Drake. Drake, there's a video. Pusha T put it out. There's a picture of Drake wearing blackface.
Why?
Story goes is he was doing some type of, I don't know if it was a commercial or a skit or something, and he had the blackface on.
For what? Because it's too fair skinned? Because it's
No, I don't know the exact. Look, all I know about that situation, it was for a skit or something like
He's done
Drake-
skits, though,
yeah,
where
he
he does.
an actor or whatever. the case
Mhm.
may be, so that I think that was just more so cover art. But Pusha T did that and then poked at his identity
Yep, of
crisis.
course.
So and I think when you interracial, that's something that you got to deal with.
It's hard.
Because you coming from both sides. So, but I mean, wrong is wrong. So that should already be in your mind already,
Yeah.
regardless of the fact. So
That's the one thing my problem is with, I'm not saying all, people of interracial, but some, they don't think they're black, in my opinion. Not all, but some, they don't think they're black. They don't think the same rules apply to them, but a lot of people don't understand. Granted, I'm light skinned.
Mm-hmm.
Jay, you're light skinned, but back in slavery days, don't matter.
Yeah.
You're still a nigga.
So-
Regardless on what skin complexion you are, you can be crispy black dark, medium black, red brown skin, it don't matter. It does not matter. You're still a nigga back in them days. You're still a nigga to certain people's eyes that look at you in that way. And the messed up part about this society is nobody's checking nobody for doing this. Nobody's checking nobody. Nobody. Even now, nobody's checking nobody.
I wouldn't say nobody's checking somebody. I just think it just depends on the situation. Like if it's a situation dealing with the police, it's kind of like a lose-lose.
Huh. Yeah.
Because as you do some shit, you liable to be shot, and then
Yeah.
they gonna get off anyway.
Yeah.
That's been a history since this whole country started.
Yeah. Speaking of police, that a picture surfaced online, of a police officer kneeling on the back of some
That was a video.
oh, it was a video. Well, I didn't see the video. I just see
Yeah,
the
I see the
The
video.
video is
His name
over
is-
10 minutes long.
His name is George.
can't
I
remember.
can't remember his last name. I'm just crazy. I was
He
just
actually
looking at it.
posted his whole information, like his address and everything, because of that. It's sad. It's a very sad
It's a
situation.
sad situation.
I
Like, it's
can't,
just-
I can't watch that.
It's just showing the history of America
It was
anyway.
terrible.
Like it's unfortunate, but it's nothing new.
Yeah.
But
This has been going on since this country, even before this country was
Yeah.
freaking like made. Like when this country was under British rule, it was still like that.
Yeah.
As long as it goes back to them bringing us over, slave trade, and it's been like that for 400 something plus years.
Absolutely.
That mindset is like we're beneath them.
And I just want to say this to whoever, all of y'all that's watching. We're not saying all white people are bad and all white people hate black people. No, we're saying the ones that do. That's what we're talking about. The ones that do. Not all white people hate black people. Not all white people are racist.
Yeah.
They're not. I have close friends. I have like some of my best friends are white. Never, not once made me feel like uncomfortable in a way. Never. Like I say, everybody's not like that. Everybody. That's why for me, I feel like there is a little hope in America or just around the world because I feel like there is a little hope because everybody's not like that.
That is true.
But I do say in another way, I feel like you look at Colin Kaepernick, you basically blackballed that man out of sports. You made him lose millions because he wanted to take a knee during the national anthem. But the same people that are bashing Colin Kaepernick are not bashing the police officer for taking a knee on the back of somebody's neck.
You already know that's
Oh yeah, I know what that means, and to me it's sickening. Like you caused the man to lose his job for his freedom of speech, and he didn't even say nothing.
That whole shit.
It was a freedom gesture.
That whole shit was blown out of proportion.
Always blown out of proportion. Because you want to know why? Because when you're not doing what certain people want you to do, it's a problem.
It's really, I feel like, if you're going against America, that's how they take it as. They make it seem like America's always been great, like, the whole slogan, make America great again, but that's not the case.
Well, you look at majority of sports owners and pro teams, they're all white.
Mm-hmm.
There's rarely any black owners.
Yeah, they want you
They're not. So, not saying every owner is racist, but
The Colin Kaepernick shit was more so a business thing. It wasn't more so of him like. It wasn't more so of like the flag shit or
No.
disrespecting the flag. They didn't want negative feedback from people because of his whole situation with him kneeling and quote unquote disrespecting the flag.
yeah.
So that was more. I think that was more so of a business decision more than him kneeling for the flag or kneeling during the anthem, which is still bullshit anyway. But, that's just the history of this country. They take things and make their own narratives and try to twist it to fulfill their agendas.
Absolutely.
Basically try to have your attention somewhere else.
That whole thing wasn't even about the flag. It only take one person to say some shit and then people run with it.
Absolutely. It only takes one person because, like you said, if he was kneeing and nobody said anything, he'd still be on the 49ers, maybe. Like I say, it'd still be on the team.
He would still be playing.
It'd still be playing.
But it takes one person to be like, oh, he's kneeling during the anthem, disrespecting
I don't
the
like
flag.
it.
Exactly.
Then you got people that's, in the service, sit there saying they agree with what he's doing, whatever the case may be. But that shit get overlooked. People gonna have their own opinions regardless.
That shit get overlooked, but NFL is making money off of using the Army and other special forces in their commercials. Makes no sense. It makes no sense. These are the guys that are putting their life on the line.
People is
Like
fake.
I said, the business.
People is fake patriotic.
Yeah.
There's nothing to be patriotic about when you know the history of this country.
Yeah.
Like, the shit was built on genocide and slavery. So what is there to be, patriotic about? It's kind of a slap in the face, really.
I mean, I think it's a slap in the face when they say it's the land of the free.
Nobody free. Well, we ain't free.
No. And for a while, we were slaves, and it's the land of the free.
Yeah.
Even with slavery,
But they don't
it's
put
still-
that in the national anthem. It's the land of the free for who?
And the person I made in that plan.
It's free for the powers that be.
Mm-hmm.
The motherfuckers that got money and all this other shit. And then the regular people, like the regular white people, they have the privilege. They just have the privilege. They're not really free either.
No.
But that's a story for another day. I don't want to get too deep into that. That's like an hour-long conversation.
Shit. Depending on who you ask.
Yeah, that shit that happened in Minneapolis was just one of many incidents where, you know, somebody lost their life that was unarmed, wasn't a threat, you know, wasn't combative, but just because
it's one out of a million stories that haven't been
I
brought
think
to the
it's like
forefront.
one of the most disgusting ones you've seen on TV.
yeah, because the guy was
Because
just
this lane that it's funny because you've seen the video, but I've seen a picture where it's actually 3 cops because they said that they fired 4 cops.
right.
So you have 1 cop holding the guy's legs, 1 cop on the guy's hip, and then of course the cop that everybody's seen kneeling on his neck. And then you have the Asian cop that's just, you know, watching and making sure nobody interferes with what they're doing. Like, in what procedure do you ever see a cop having to put, like, he had to been like 200 pounds kneeling on somebody's neck. And they wait till he's basically passed out
He
and
was
gone.
basically gone already by the time they waited till paramedics got there and then moved his lifeless body
Yeah.
on a gurney and then took him up out of here.
Yeah.
But at that point, it was too late. Then they got in the car and just left like nothing happened.
Yep. For an alleged writing of forged checks. Nothing, no violent act or
Yeah, you
anything.
put your
done,
knee in
nothing
somebody's
like
neck
that.
for
Yeah.
writing a forged check. That's
Right,
bullshit.
but it's always been like that.
That's
It's sad, man.
It's violence met with non-violence.
Yeah, it is.
Like so,
Because
it's just.
You think it would never happen to anybody that was white.
I will say this. I think now there's a slight, you know, accountability being held. Like firing them was like one step, but you know, all those guys need to be charged.
Yeah.
All of
That's
them,
the next step.
especially the guy with the, you know, his knee on his neck.
Yeah.
Like the guy that was jogging that was killed.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember his name either.
Arbery.
Arbery.
That was assassinated by a former. He was a former cop or a private investigator.
He was a former cop. He was a retired cop.
Retired cop with his son, and then you had the third person that was recording the incident, which was with them.
Yeah, he's been locked up too. So I think
That's
there's
good.
starting to be some accountability, but it's not to where it needs to be because this stuff is still going on.
When it has to do with it, I don't know what the laws in Minneapolis are though, because let's see how this goes.
I mean,
We'll see.
I feel personally that there's going to be charges.
Yeah.
I think they're just building up, you know, the case and the evidence and stuff to
Yeah, I think
make
so.
those
Because it was, when you look at it, it was too easy. It was no question about it. Too easy, like to see that
they got it.
help. Yeah, they
Some
got it
charges, and you know they're starting to see a lot of more, you know, outbreaks and stuff like that. But you know the riots and stuff, that stuff's been going on too.
You know, I don't agree with that though. The whole riots and everything, and then I feel like it's bound to happen because of the severity of the situation.
Yeah,
But I feel like
people's frustrated.
I know, but then again, you have to be careful. Like I feel like, say they did that to those vehicles. Let's see if they have another cop that's driving by. Who's to say if they were to throw bricks or whatever while they're driving by or anything, try to show cops? Because mind you, there's going to be people in that police department that are, you know, our skin color, that are, you know, have families. I don't want anybody that is not part of the issue to get hurt. That's what my thing. But it's hard to say.
That's a catch-22 because if you're seeing this stuff and not doing nothing about it, you're just as guilty.
Yeah, and who's to say going further into the past of the cop that was kneeling on, what you call it, George Floyd, let's see if there was other cases where he abused his power.
Well, there's a picture that came up with him wearing a hat that says "Make Whites Great Again."
You know, that's going to be terrible too.
So
Oh,
you
yeah,
know, he
man.
already know what type of mindset he was already on.
Yep. So you know what he was on.
I'm sorry, but in that situation, I don't think I could have sat there and let that dude just
No.
put his like. And I would have yoked the cop up because it's at a point where a motherfucker pleading for their life and you just go and your body language is saying that you know you enjoying what you're doing.
Yep. with a hand in the pocket like that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bro. Like he was just talking about somebody don't do drugs, kids. Like basically making like light of it, whatever the case may be, and shit like that like infuriates me. So I would have to yoke that cop up. Like, cause it's only going to like lead to like more like retaliation. There's going to be another Mekhi Johnson situation. For y'all that don't know, cause they're trying to like bury the story. You don't hear that much about it, but Mekhi Johnson was a guy in Dallas, Texas, that was frustrated with the killing of unarmed black men, and he started opening fire on police officers. He ended up killing 5, and 9 others were injured. But I feel like this is where it's going to end up going if this stuff doesn't get checked.
Yeah.
It's tricky. It's a very tricky situation because we think about, okay, we hate the police. A lot of people, we hate the police. It's the person that's in the uniform that they're allowed to go through the police academy.
Right.
Allow them to do everything. You have to go through a deep psychological.
Some people can lie.
All that stuff. That's true, but I feel like you should know. Like you go into a person's past. I don't know how long the man was a cop. I don't know how long he's been on force, but you would think you were going to the person's past, but most likely, hey, in the world we live in, they maybe overlooked it.
They probably are.
They possibly knew
depending on who they're interviewing.
That is true. Depending on
who they're interviewing, they're like,
yeah,
you look good to me.
Yeah.
So come on, go to
I know
Academy.
your family member.
Yeah, go to Academy. How do y'all, not to get off subject, but how do y'all feel about, people that are racist that may hang around African, black people, or maybe even, mess with black people,
I don't know, because I don't hang around no openly racist people. Like,
well, you mean like closeted? Like
you can't hang around me. Like,
well,
as soon as you slip up.
This is the thing that makes me mad about those people like that. People like that are, first of all, they're disgusting to me, and people like that. Because I know a few, not personally hanging around them, but I know a few, and people like, and like you said, there are such things as closet racists. They will hang around other, race of people, but they're racist towards them. I feel like they hang around other people, I guess to get whatever they can get out of them, in a way.
You think about it, some people, like they'll listen to the music.
They'll listen to the music, but they hate the culture. But you listen to the music. For you to listen to, this is the one thing I tell people, music people, and I'm not trying to get off topic. If you're an African American and you listen to country music, you fucking like country culture. It's okay. It's okay to be different. But don't sit here and say you hate black people, but you hang around black people. And you try to steal the lingo.
I'm gonna say what type of black person do they hate. They're gonna like a different kind of demographic. They're gonna
if you're black, you're black.
Yeah, but they're not talking about the black person that lives in the Princeton area, or that lives in a nice area. They're talking about people they consider that live in Trenton.
To me,
the hood. That's what they're thinking about. The negative concept.
Like appropriating it.
Yeah.
To me, I feel like if you're a white person and you use the word nigga, I feel like you're talking to every black person. And there was there's an incident, that I came across. I'm not gonna say the names, because me, I'm petty, so I'm not gonna say the names, But there's an incident that I came across and it rubbed me the wrong way. And like I said, everybody that's been on this couch, and for y'all that's watching, everybody that's been out there has been in a situation where you have felt racially profiled.
Oh, of course.
You have been in that situation, and I came across it, and I didn't like it at all. Like for me in that situation, I can't. Like I said, I have friends that are white. For my friend, if my white friends they hang around me. So for me, if you're my friend, you're like family. So for me, if you call me your family, you say you fuck with me, whatever, and then say if we get into like a disagreement, because friends disagree all the time, right? Me and Jay disagree all the time. We get on camera and disagree all the time. You know, that doesn't mean I hate the guy. You know, you're gonna have a disagreement. You know, but when you disagree with your friends and racial slurs get thrown into the mix,
Then you gotta get your lip smacked off.
absolutely, you gotta get your beat pushed back. That's for me. I can't. For me, that bothers me. So when I see shit like that, I don't mess with that person no more. So if I see that person, I have to walk away. I'll leave a store
You know what's crazy?
because I know me.
You know what's crazy? Think about it. You have, like you said, I have white friends too. I know a lot of people. Like, I don't care what skin color, what race you are, what's your
Yeah, I'm
your
the same way.
background.
I look at everybody the same.
You could have that good friend, right?
Mhm.
But how does that friend parents? It's funny because you have that
It's
good
tricky,
friend,
yeah.
and their parents could have a completely different look.
That's
outlook.
tricky. I know people like
I know a situation like that.
I know
There was
people like that.
There's a guy I know. He was fucking around with this white girl, and her parents had found out about it, or her case may be, and the mother had took the girl to her grandmother's graveyard, or grandmother's grave, and it was like, what would your grandmother think of this?
Wow.
This is the type of stuff you like dealing with.
Isn't that sad?
This type of stuff people
It is
say.
sad because you know it's all because of skin color.
It is.
Like it's crazy that that person could be a great guy, teach your daughter right, all this all this other stuff, but just because he's black,
Oh, he gonna get you pregnant and leave
but
you.
all that stuff
All
trickled down
Yeah,
because
all the stereotypes.
all that stuff trickled down because the grandmother was probably racist,
Yep.
probably was openly racist, and did the
So
shit in
that's
front
how
of
it
kids.
is.
Kids grew up thinking that same way, and then there's somewhere along the line, or somebody was like, all right, this ain't right, and then broke away from that,
And that's where it
and
gets
then
tricky.
that's when the conflicts
That's where it gets tricky.
come in.
Because think about it, even that cop that did that disgusting thing to George Floyd, he may have kids, and his kids might not even think that way.
That's actually
Well,
true.
his kids gonna be fucked because of their dad.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Because when he goes to when the person
When they go to school, they gonna know that shit, dad.
exactly.
I'm like, damn, bro, you think like that?
Now
Nah.
you can think about it because, like I said, they post his information.
Mm-hmm.
They post where he lived. They post, I think, his wife's name and everything.
But that's good, because you have to have some type of repercussions for your actions. So you wanted to do all this and thought this shit was sweet. Now you gotta live your life in fear, and it's good because you done took somebody's son away from their mother and family and all that stuff. So you thought it was all good. And then now the energy is pointed towards you, and now you're probably not gonna be feeling the same way.
No.
So it is what it is. I don't have no sympathy for dude. Fuck dude.
Yeah, fuck him. That's my opinion. I mean, that's my opinion. Fuck him.
Yeah, fuck him, like,
I mean, if I was there, I probably would have said, fuck you. That's my
those
opinion.
people they're saying fuck him.
Yeah.
Well,
I still can't believe it though, man.
I mean,
I believe
it's
it.
not.
I
about-
mean, it's
I still
everywhere.
believe it because it isn't nothing new.
It isn't nothing new, but you would think, like, how many times does it take to be like, look? And I feel like we're always gonna say, like, as the black community, we're always gonna say something.
Mm.
But when is like somebody in the white community that's been sticking up for these cops? Like, you don't know how, like, even on my Facebook, like people we went to school with, they always stick up for these cops when half these people got killed. When Eric Garner got killed, when Trayvon Martin, he shouldn't have been in this area, he got killed. But
Well,
when
why-
you see
why
something
can't he be
like
in the
this,
area?
'Cause people,
like when you gonna step up and say,
people
you
always-
quiet now?
Yeah.
people always
You
try
quiet.
to justify
Come on.
the crime for a death sentence.
Yeah.
And it's not the case. You're supposed to, if you commit a crime, you go to trial, you get judged by your
Yes.
peers, and then you go on from
Prove
there.
it until proven
Yeah,
guilty.
but, to go back to what you're saying, like you said, the grandma, probably racist, and her kids probably seen it and stuff like that. My grandparents, they're still alive, so they've been around in that time. In the 70s, 60s, they've been around in those times, and to this day, like they don't never judge who I bring home because they always taught me self-love and, you know, everybody love. They taught me to love everybody. And that's why, like you said, me, I don't see skin color. Like me, I have dated white women, Spanish women. I dated all of them. And every time I have dated a woman that wasn't the same race as me, and yes, I do date black women. I love black women. I love all women. But at the end of the day, you know, my grandparents never made me feel bad about dating outside my race. And I feel like that's how society should be taught. You know, like, who cares what race you are? If the person is good for you, that's all that matters. You know, and it's sad. It's sad that if you really think about it, like you said, we got cops that are racist. Imagine fucking teachers at the school that are racist.
Of course.
Principals.
Of course.
You know, shit. There's probably some of y'all bosses out there that are racist. Mm-hmm. You know, but that's the life we're living in, and it's crazy. Like I was saying about the story that I encountered. Like, you never know. You're freaking the person that you really cool.
You didn't really touch on that story. You just was like, there was a situation.
I can't say any names though.
You don't gotta say no names. You can say the story without saying the names.
All right, bet. Boom. So, boom. You know, so I'm at a get together. Mm-hmm. Everything's going great. Everything's going great. Everybody's vibing. We're good. All of a sudden, you know, when it, you know, a moment happens where something was said, wasn't a racial type of thing. Something was said somebody didn't like.
Okay.
It was a lighthearted joke.
Okay.
You know, when people are drinking and whatever the fuck else they were doing,
people get sensitive.
People get sensitive because you know that alcohol be like, yeah, bro, I think they disrespecting you. It's like, nah, you know. It's like, and then all of a sudden the night went terrible. So you know, the next day, you know, I get a call, you know, from a close, you know, friend of mine, and you know, I go over, you know, meet him somewhere, you know, and I see a text message. I read the text messages.
Okay.
I read them, and I'm gonna tell you right now, the shit that was on that text message, nobody should say to another human being. The amount of the N-word being used by a white person should not be said to a person. I don't care. And it wasn't the A, it was the ER. So right then and there, you on my shit list. For even saying to him, you on my shit
Since to somebody you know?
Since because he's pussyfooting around the story. This girl called another black dude that he's a friend, that one of his friends said he was a worthless nigger, and you just like the mother niggas down Trenton.
Wow.
Basically.
And at that point, I would smack your lips off.
Hey, yeah, I mean,
hey, we gotta call it what it is, man. Don't beat around the bush about it.
I'm sorry, man. I'm trying to
respect
I'm trying to respect people, but
fuck them. You don't respect no racists. Fuck them.
You right, fuck them. But like I said, that shit bothered me because it's like, why? If that's supposed to be your friend should never come out their mouth to say something or those words that are that foul. But that goes to show you, if she felt that way about you then, imagine how she always felt about it.
That's how she always felt.
That's how she always felt. So for me,
you know, niggas tell the truth when they drunk.
yeah.
So that's how they really felt. So now this is how I really feel. So I gotta smack the lips off. That's all, man. I can't. That's why I know I don't hang around no closet racist or whatever the case may be, because you would have got checked the moment you said some wild shit. Then it would have ended real badly for you.
Yeah.
So no, I don't care.
But see, that's the thing. I didn't know. Because you know, you never know.
I wouldn't know either.
I wouldn't know.
She wouldn't know what was coming to her though. We don't play them games, man.
It's crazy.
Because when shit go unchecked, it continues.
It always continues. You're absolutely right.
So,
like I was saying earlier, like me, I don't understand how a person can be racist but still fuck with black people. I never will understand that. To me, I would never understand that.
that's why Slick back when slave owners, you know, they was fucking some of the slaves and had interracial children. Shit means nothing.
They wanted a taste of irresistible.
Shit means nothing, man. This shit goes all the way back to slavery times, man.
It's sad though. Like I said,
It's fucking sad.
Oh, it'll be like they love the culture, the clothing, the music, all that stuff.
They love
but when
all
it
that
comes to like, will you? Oh, can I come to your house? Oh no.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
No,
can I
you know
meet
we
your
don't.
family?
You know we
Oh,
don't do that.
I will.
Stuff like that.
I will say this though, there has been white people that have been in the trenches and, you know, fighting for, you know, racial
Absolutely.
justice. So,
Yeah, and those are the ones that I salute because at the end of the day, they're standing up for something that's right, no matter what their race or shit. Their
That's true.
family
Their
even
family.
may think about it.
They put
So
a lot on the line. When you
yeah, like even there's white people that have black friends. They're putting themselves out there, you know, because you never know. You know, you never know who's watching you and that doesn't like that. You know, that you never know. There's people that are like that. They won't even know you, but they see you hanging around a person of their color, and y'all get along. They don't like that. You don't know why.
Like you said, this country's built on it. You know, especially with
It's still like
anybody
hatred.
that's Hispanic or considered like the whole build a wall by Trump and everything, and everybody supported
Man,
that.
fuck Trump.
Yeah,
Straight
it's
like
sad.
that.
It's
Fuck
very
Trump.
sad.
He's a racist too.
And it makes people
He's a
come
racist.
out
Like,
like
the thing is, I don't
He's a
racist
understand
too.
why people were so surprised. I guess because he's a president and that's supposed to mean something. There was presidents that owned slaves. Like, what that mean? Like, he's supposed to be a man of integrity? Fuck no.
No.
you know, help build a wall, and then had the nerve to
Like,
believe
yeah, but
people.
you know, that whole thing started like a whole thing towards, you know, Hispanic people.
Yeah, that was
That motherfucker he wants to build a wall
That
from
shit-
Hispanic people, but
Bro, that
Hispanic people are the ones that work at his fucking hotels
Bro, that
and,
shit-
and casino. Like, I don't understand. Minorities
That's-
work at his hotels and casinos, and you want to
mean-
keep them out.
That mean nothing, bro.
It doesn't mean nothing, but it's
Doesn't mean
fucking
nothing.
stupid.
Bro,
That
Bro,
just
that whole wall was a 52 fake out thing anyway. That was just to get people like the racists to
To
come out and
support
vote
him,
and
too,
to support
yeah.
him. That was there hasn't been one brick laid for that wall in his whole presidency.
And I'm happy that I'm happy that all them fucking racist people out there that voted for him, I'm happy that y'all look fucking stupid because of the shit he's doing, telling people to digest fucking basic rubbing alcohol. Oh, let's just see where it goes. Like, yo, you sound like a fucking idiot. You peach-faced motherfucker. Yo, you sound like a fucking idiot. And then on top of that, this nigga is the only nigga I know that ain't wearing a mask. Other than us.
Man, I'm gonna leave that alone because that's another conversation for another time.
That's crazy.
That's another conversation for another time. What people are is when it comes to that.
Comes to that.
But
But
you know, this like I said, this whole country is built on
Yeah,
racism.
it is.
It's not just us. You know, when that whole 9/11 shit was going on, a lot of Middle Eastern people was catching heat for that shit. And then with this whole Corona shit, a lot of, you know, Asian people was catching heat for that shit that got shit don't got nothing to do with them, but just because people are that stupid to feel like, oh, you're one of them, so you're one of the problems. You
One
know,
of the things I have to say, and I'm gonna leave this alone after I say it. I'm gonna leave it alone. But it's like on a serious note, nobody would ever understand how it feels to be a black man in America, a black person in America. Nobody. Unless you living in the skin, you will never know. There's probably a bunch of people every day that judge me before they even get a chance to talk to me.
That's true.
You know, you never know. You know, sometimes it feels like you gotta prove yourself every fucking day you walk out the house,
And that's a sad part.
and that's the sad part.
fuck with people's thoughts, man.
Yeah, but it's sad. Like a lot of people, they just think that, you know, a lot of people they think that okay, slavery's over. I'm never gonna get over it. Because at the end of the day, how am I going to get over something that's still so vivid right now?
Shit's crazy, man.
How you get over something
Can't
that
get over stuff
they
that's
teach you in
it's still going on.
yeah, they teach you this shit in school, but they leave out a lot of important parts.
Get over 9/11.
Basically,
Get over the Holocaust.
That would never happen.
But that's how you sound.
Never happen.
That's how you sound when you say that shit.
Never
Right?
happen.
Yeah.
But then when it comes to slavery, oh, that was over a century ago. Oh, that was not. It's not that serious. Look, you have your own house. Like you have this. You have the same opportunities as I have. But that's not ever the case, though.
No.
You have laws that will try to hold a black person down. You have a law like what was it? The girl that went to school, and there's something in like the uniform or whatever thing that she couldn't have her hair a certain hairstyle. But it was definitely
They made a
for a black person. It had
They made
nothing to do with anybody, no other race.
They made a boy a couple of years ago cut his dreadlocks in
The
the middle
wrestling match.
of the match
Yeah.
because the referee said it was no rule. They said his dreads were too long and it was a hazard. What was the hazard? His dreads came to here. What was it a hazard? There's no hazard.
There was a guy that was
Strength is in your hair.
There was a guy that was suspended from school because of that. Said he couldn't have his hair like dreadlocks.
Because it's stupid.
Really?
Yeah. It's a couple cases there.
Yeah.
There was jobs.
Something like
There was jobs, but now they can't discriminate you on your hair. Like there was jobs that I used to work at that I had to always have my hair done, like braided or whatever, because I can't go there because it's what they say unpresentable. But I don't understand what's unpresentable when my work matches or my work is better than everybody in the building. Just because my hair shouldn't make me or my work.
You have to look a certain way to have that part. You don't look a certain way, they're not going to accept you, like you said.
Yeah, and me, I don't even give a fuck about being accepted. That's
There's
my problem. I don't
always,
care.
There's always been laws and rules put in place that basically just affect us. So
Absolutely.
This ain't nothing new. This ain't nothing new at all.
Just like why when you see that's like why in certain states when you see 3 or 4 black people in a group is considered a gang. Why is that?
They're always loaded.
Why when they were KKK rallies in Philadelphia there wasn't no cops kneeling on the back of KKK members' necks? Why? In Philadelphia of all places. I didn't even know they were racist in Philadelphia.
There's people all over.
I know, but I didn't know it was like that.
There's KKK.
Niggas got their own chapter out there.
There's KKK people in New Jersey.
Of course.
This stuff ain't really going nowhere. It's disguised.
It's funny. My mom told me this recently, because I live where I live. There's mainly white people that are around me. There's maybe like one black family. She told me recently, when we first moved, because I used to live in Queensboro, that they used to throw garbage in our yard, and my dad had to threaten, he had to say something because every week they would throw garbage because we were the black family. We brought the house from this white Italian family.
Oh, yeah.
And we moved in, and that's what happened. I've been pulled over on the side of my house in my car because thought that I was selling drugs.
I've had that happen pretty
On the side of my house. I had the cop come up to me, tap on the window. How many people in here? I was like, I live right here. Just finished playing ball, just sitting in the car, about to order some Chinese food, and this is what I did.
You know what's crazy? I experienced my first racist encounter when I was young. That's why I pray every day my brother and sister will never have to experience any type of race like I had to. And it wasn't even my fault. And me, I didn't understand. I knew about racism, but I didn't understand it. Because, like I said, I was born and raised in Trenton.
Okay.
My parents had me young. When they moved me out here, finally, like I said, it was a new thing. You grow up around Hispanic and black kids all your life. You come out here, it's a new thing. But I always was open to new things. So I made a lot of friends out here. And when I was by far one of the only black kids that played baseball. I was. Not a lot of black kids play baseball out Lawrence or out in areas like this. They don't. It's not nothing. They just don't. So, this one we was with Babe Ruth, finishing up the season. Football season's coming around. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get a rest in between football season. I'm gonna enjoy my summer, Then when football season come around, I'm good. You know, they begged me to play summer ball, all-star. They call it all-star ball, but summer ball. I didn't want to play. I wanted to enjoy my summer. My parents, they were like, well, you know, maybe you should look into it. And I'm like, maybe. My parents put me in sports to keep me out of trouble. That's what they did not want me to be another statistic. I love them to death for it. You know, as a kid, I used to hate it because it was like my friends, but it's like I understood why.
Bro, we're gonna get to the point.
No, we're gonna get to the point.
This nigga stay rambling.
We're gonna get to the point. Stop interrupting my story.
This shit goes so hard, this, and then it goes into a whole backstory. I'm just like, all right, where's the story at?
Look, guys. Look, guys. Don't mind him. He's Max. He's turning 30.
Hey.
What?
He's turning 30. You know, Father Time is catching up.
So you don't got time.
Nope, he don't got time.
Crazy,
So
crazy you on that. I'm not even turning 30 this year. That's the crazy.
Oh.
when you're 29, you're 30. It don't matter.
You're right.
29, you're 30. It don't matter.
You about to be 29 too.
That was what? Yo, they don't need to. Yo, chill. That's crazy, yo.
Hey, you fired the first
Wow,
shot.
niggas got another nigga that got a beard on. So niggas cutting up today. Oh, that's crazy. Well, like I was saying, they got me to play summer ball. I did not start. I don't understand why I was the best player in the league. My opinion. Actually, it wasn't an opinion. I am. I didn't play the first 2 games. I didn't play.
Okay.
I was the only black person on the team. There's 3 black people in the league, including myself. I was the only black person on the team. The only other person that was on my team, he played before me. He wasn't as good as me. I played in my dad, my coaches, my mom. They came out. They came to the game. By the 5th game, my dad was pissed. My dad came into the dugout. I was like, "Why my son's not playing?" And they didn't have an answer for him. They said, "You know, we're gonna get him in." It's like it's been 5 games. Now this league wasn't cheap. It's expensive to be in it. Literally the 6th game, my dad came into the dugout and dragged me out the dugout. I didn't want to go. He dragged me out the dugout.
And how many games was it for the league?
It was like 15 games. I sat the bench for 6 games not knowing why. And then it came to find out that the only reason they had me on the team so it wouldn't look bad that there's no minorities on the team.
Wow.
You know? Like to this day, I know I joke about it, like it really still messes with me because I don't know why. I'm 12 years old. Why would you do that to a 12-year-old? You know, but at the end of the day, that was my first encounter with racism, and after that day, it opened my eyes up a lot to a lot of bullshit. So for me, my message from this story to y'all is, see the signs early. Stop making excuses for people. See the signs early, you know, and definitely say something. I wish I could go back in time and say something. Never said nothing.
Oh, been left.
Me, but yeah, you would have been left. I would have played.
Like the 3rd game, I'm going hard.
I wanted to play.
Y'all niggas playing.
Especially that you're paying for it too?
Yeah, this is why I played football.
I'll be like, yo, mom, dad, y'all gotta get your money back.
Well, it wasn't. They didn't. That's the crazy part. They didn't. And you know the fucked up part about it was I didn't even get a chance to pick my jersey number. They picked it for me. They gave me fucking 95.
I like that number.
Not for baseball.
That's a baseball number. 95?
Not for me. My number was 24. Manny Ramirez.
I'm done about that shit.
My God.
See, me, I've dealt with a few racial, encounters. Most of them was from racial profiling. You know, you just driving around in a certain area or whatever, and then police just want to pull you over and all that shit. When I was younger, I don't really deal. No, I'm not even gonna lie. I can't say that I don't deal now because when me and went to Bordentown, we dealt with that shit. Leaving the bar, you see the cop parked up, whatever. I'm just like, this bitch about to pull me over.
You did.
I said it.
You egged him on though.
Bro, I said it.
We was like, yo, turn.
I said, as soon as I seen that cop not. I'm like, it's 3 niggas in the car. It's over.
Yo, it's over.
It's 2 in the morning.
Where y'all coming from? That's what it was.
I'm just
Two in
getting
the
back in my
morning,
mind. I'm
I'm
like, I hope this nigga don't make the right turn. And this nigga said, mm-hmm. That nigga bust the right turn. All of a sudden, not even 2 seconds down the road, them lights went on.
Light though.
How many cop cars that came
Regardless
over?
of, it was 2. Regardless of the fact, them lights was coming on no matter if I
Yeah.
was doing the speed limit. It didn't matter if I made the right turn or not.
Yeah.
Them lights was coming on.
Yeah,
because
all
It had
of
nothing
our
to do
They
with
asked
you doing a
everybody. They asked
violation or anything.
all of
everybody
our
ID.
IDs.
Yep, they asked for everybody's ID. You know what's funny though? I realize that happens a lot. I don't know if anybody
Because
else like
they trying
with
to
me,
find
like
something.
like
They're trying to find warrants.
They're trying to
yeah,
find
but
something.
still, like that's sad. I'm pretty
They
sure
don't
they'll do
wanna-
that with
They
everything.
didn't want to waste their time. Because what they pulled us over was for a stupid ass reason. They pulled us, but so they wanted to find something.
Something on you.
Then they found out. What they find out? That
They said my license was suspended.
yeah, it's like suspended. He didn't even know.
No clue.
Oh, I think I remember when you told me about
Bro,
that.
when this shit happened? This shit happened in what?
It should have been way before.
Was it
this
had
last
something to do
year.
with like tickets or something?
Was it
Yeah.
before Thanksgiving? No.
It was. I think it was in November. They said my shit was suspended back
For a
in
while.
May.
Yeah.
So I had no idea. I'm driving around. I've had cops run my plates and everything, and nobody. I've been pulled over since then, and nobody said nothing.
That's even the worst part.
It's
All right,
your,
you go.
your license is suspended.
What?
I'm like, what? But you know,
Wow.
that's a lot of the times I've dealt with that type of stuff. It's always been profile.
Yeah,
Like,
of course.
I remember one time just coming from playing ball, I was driving my homeboy's car, and one of my boys left his slides up at the court. You know, he was like, yo, you gotta go back and get them slides. You know, me, I'm just like, yo, you gotta charge them shits to the game. It's over.
Yeah, bro.
Like,
You
it's-
just
it's gone.
You just gotta
But-
come to realization you don't got slides.
Like, you know, them shits is gone. This and the third, but you know, it wasn't my car, so he asked the owner of the car. He was like, yeah, this go back, whatever the case we did.
Who was it?
So I'm like, all right. So we,
Where was it at?
out in Robbinsville.
Oh boy.
Of course.
Yeah, why would you? Why would you
Of course.
Why would
This
you
is
ever-
complete setup right there. So I turn around. I'm at the intersection. Cops at the intersection. I'm sitting there. He's sitting there. So we just sitting there because I already know what time he's on. 4 niggas in the car is over. I'm just sitting there.
That nigga Birdman.
I kid you not, I sat at that intersection for probably like 30 seconds. I was like, you know what, fuck it. So I pulled off. Pulled right behind me. We driving. I'm like, come on.
Bro, you should have just took your license shit out already.
You might as well pull up.
Yeah,
I'll
like,
save you the lights and everything.
yeah, so
Cause I mean, get my license and shit out.
flick the lights on. I'm like, here we go. Here we go. So he comes up and he looks at the inspection sticker. He's like, yeah, I pulled you over because your inspection thing is expired.
How the fuck did you see?
I'm like, you couldn't even
So
see
I
that.
don't know how though.
Bro, he didn't say that shit till he looked at it. He wanted to look at it first and see if it was expired in order for.
shit. Yep.
Then you know you get the questions of where y'all going and all this other shit. And I'm like,
Minding my fucking business. Like,
there you go. So I've dealt with a lot of racial profile as far as like being pulled over by the police.
No, nothing was funnier with me, you, and a couple we coming from playing basketball, so it was your cousin, he was in a car, and 2 other of his friends, and we were driving in Lawrence. The cop was passing us. Cop turned all the way around and said that you were speeding.
Oh no, that was I remember that day. That was some young boys that you knew.
Oh,
You
yeah.
asked me to drop them off,
I did.
whatever the case may be. Yeah, so there's 5 niggas in the car. So you already know that's grounds for
We were 3, 4, then 5.
that's grounds for
So
dismissal
you
right
see how
there.
the,
Like,
the surge, this is how stupid it was. We're driving this way. Cop is coming this way.
Okay.
Cops flying past us. This nigga turned all the way around and said, yeah, the reason I pulled you over because, you know, y'all was going over the speed limit. It's like, bro, how do you know he's going over the speed limit? You were going the opposite way as us, speeding right past us. You was speeding, nigga.
straight nonsense.
He didn't pull us over on that street. He followed us to see where we was going. Then we made a turn. Then that's when he pulled us down. Like, I was like, yo, this is the silly shit,
I had
yo.
$1 for every time that shit happened, bitch. I was rich.
I think the craziest thing I had done was when I was with Kim, and we had an argument coming back from the Walmart in PA. So we pulled to the 7-Eleven. She gets irate with me. I was like, all right, I'll walk. Because my car is like
Yes, sir.
on Johnson Ave. And I'm like, all right, I'll walk. Walking.
Who's
I
made for walking?
walk past the fire department on 206, right?
Mm-hmm.
I see a cop car like just sitting there with the lights on. Mine's like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking, go past Varsity. I'm like, oh, people partying outside? Bro, I swear to God, I'm looking at this Crown Vic past me. I'm looking at the Crown Vic. The sidewalk was like uneven. I tripped over the sidewalk. Before I could cross to get to Eggers, 6 of them come out.
Damn.
6 of them. 6 of them. The Crown Vic and like 4 other cop cars.
Fuck you had
Bruh.
a 16 on you?
Bruh, I pulled out my wallet. I'm like, and I'm in storage. I pull out my wallet. I'm like, take out my ID. I can hear them talking to Kim. Kim doesn't want to give them no info because they keep what. So where are you coming from? Who's the guy that came out your car? They said they thought it was a possible drug deal going bad.
What the hell?
Swear to God, dog, because it's 2 o'clock. Because, you know, you from 206, they think you coming from Trenton,
Mm.
and then there was some type of scuffle, and like, okay. So, like, nah, that's my girlfriend. He was like, oh, okay. I'm like, yeah, there was nothing going on. I was like, well, I'm just going to where my car is. Like, that's it. She passes and everything. But I'm like, yo, for a possible drug deal going bad, this is what you do.
I'll say this: Orange got nothing better to do. So anything that happens out there, they take it to the
Chill.
They take it to
Some
the
of
extreme.
them are my boys, man. Chill
I
out.
could have.
They
This
take
was
it
like
to the extreme.
six years ago, I think. And I was like, yo, if we were in any other fucking state, say if I was like
Yeah,
down
six-
south and I pulled out my wallet and they thought it was a gun, I could have been done for
6
some
years
dumb
ago,
shit.
Serge, you was in your 20s.
Bro, yeah, I was young.
Serge was a young boy.
Young as hell. No, that's
Serge is 40,
I
by
had
the way.
I lied. The beard. Cut this beard off, I look 17, but the beard made me look old.
We're
But
not
yeah.
17, we're 25.
Oh, that's how you coming?
It's a lot of shade being
That's
thrown. We cut
crazy.
this light haven't cut off yet. It's a lot of shade, yo. Wow. Using light cut off bite. Wow. This is a lot of
That's
shade.
crazy.
This shit fucking crazy.
Terrible,
But
but
that's a funny
yeah,
nigga.
Dude,
but that's
we the funny.
But that's the crazy part. I'm like, yo, y'all really were gonna get me? Like, they thought I was drinking because I tripped. I'm like, look at this Crown Vic follow me. I'm like, they try to get you.
Hey,
Try.
thank you so much.
Try. And I'm like, damn, can't just walk across the street.
Let you with a stutter too.
Yeah,
What's up? You like, what? Get on the ground. What the
That's crazy. I was like, they got my ID on. I'm like,
Yeah.
you really
Never
trying to
leave
get
home without.
possible drug deals on. I'm like, you need 6 of us? 6 cops for 2 people?
6
Be like
You
that.
thought I was gonna run? Nah, this guy, not
That
at 2
nigga
o'clock in
said
the morning.
shit.
Nah.
That's all good.
That's sad though, because anybody else could have been walking. Shit, could have. Oh, you just going for a jog? The black guy. The
I
black
remember
guy.
one time because I got stopped by fucking Robbinsville.
Oh man, you and
Yo,
Rob.
you were I barely go out to Robbinsville.
We used to play ball out there.
That's
a
what
lot.
it is.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And this particular time, I was picking up, a friend of ours from work. He used to work out there, so I used to always pick him up. So I'm on my way to go pick him up. I'm sitting at the light. Cop made this turn. He go past me. He looks at me. It's that third, swings right back around. I'm like, here we go with the bullshit. But luckily, there's a car behind me, and he's behind that car, whatever the case may be. So I'm like, I'm about to go do some smooth shit. About to do some smooth shit. So we driving, light turns green, we driving. There's a gas station. Pull into the gas station, get out, I go in the store. I go in there,
Slick as hell.
I go in there, I buy a drink, or whatever the case may be. They got my little alibi, whatever the case. I come back, the cop is sitting right there. As soon as I walk out the door, he throws his lights on. I'm just like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
It's like, nigga,
He get on a
waiting.
little, bullhorn thing. He was like, yeah, I need you to step over here real quick. I'm like, what the fuck? So they come over there, they ask me for my, information and stuff, I'll give it to them. I'm like, what y'all stop me for? They're like, yeah, you looking suspicious. I'm like, suspicious how? I went to go buy a fucking drink. He's like, look like you're trying to hide something. I'm like, oh wow. I'm like, y'all crazy.
Y'all
So
niggas nutty as hell.
That's the thing.
they go get the canine unit to go around and smell my car and all this other stuff, thinking that I have some drugs or whatever. They asking me where I'm going from. I'm going to go pick my man's up from work. He work at, down the street, the 7th, whatever. So they did all that. Didn't find nothing. They had about like 4 or 5, cop cars out there. And they finally, let me go, whatever the case may be. But I had, a couple incidents, with them.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Same thing. One night I was dropping my man's off.
Robin?
Late night. The same thing. We driving, right? We pass each other like this. I see a cop. I'm like,
oh, man.
So I'm looking in the rear view. I'm like, here we go with the bullshit.
Bro, stay out of Robbinsville.
I'm good now. I'm good now.
They don't like you.
I was good back then, but still, it was just, the car I had at that time was just, real nigga looking.
That's the thing too, because at the time, like the whole thing when I got put on inside my house, I had my old box 7,
Right.
and like tinted windows.
Mm-hmm.
All
Oh,
that.
they love tints.
Somebody had called when that happened. Somebody had called in the neighborhood talking about they thought it was somebody was selling drugs, and then another instance, another instance.
The neighbors think I'm selling dope, motherfucker.
Then one instance, I was leaving to go to work early in the morning. Silver Explorer was flying down, then hit a signal, just turned, came around. I was like, am I getting pulled over on my way to work? I'm like, dog, I'm not even a block away from my house.
I got pulled over, one
Shit's
time
crazy.
in Lawrenceville, but it was my fault.
See, then what you bringing it up for?
We all got caught. I barely get pulled over. That's why. I barely get pulled over.
Lucky you.
He did that shit.
Lucky you.
The one time I got pulled over, a
Lucky you.
seatbelt ticket because I didn't wear my
You
seatbelt.
got a seatbelt ticket?
Yeah.
Never in my life.
Because I don't wear my seatbelt.
I don't wear my seatbelt.
When I get in
either.
his car, I don't wear my
I
seatbelt.
don't wear my seatbelt.
His car be screaming
Unless
at
I
me.
see a cop, I'm like, oh, bitch.
His car be like,
God, I ain't too cool for the seatbelt.
Nah,
he'd be like, really, my
I
man?
be wanting
finish-
stuff that.
To finish my story. So this nigga, I'm looking in my rear view, I'm like, this nigga about to pull us over. He looked like he keep going. I think he was thinking about it. And then he was just like, fuck it, and then started turning around.
Oh.
Bro, I punched that shit, went all the way down, pulled up at my man's crib. We both hop out, we walk up, we over there by the front door, we just see this nigga riding by slow as hell. I was just like, yeah, nigga, and just walked in the house. I had to stay there for a while, bro, because I knew if I would have got back in
He
that
would have
car,
definitely, like,
it's
yep.
over.
The K9 unit all over again.
Light that shit up.
Bro, that's
Then
crazy.
you want to be
Bro,
funny, huh?
I was mad as hell. It was like 3 in the morning. I'm like, I had to stay there like 5.
Oh, bro, you might as well have fell asleep.
I did go to sleep for a little
His
bit.
like, you might as well.
I woke up and I was like, man, I'm not. I like sleeping in my own bed. I don't really like sleeping on people's couches or whatever the case may be. I gotta have my own bed. So I'll drive home even if it's like a long drive, just so long as I stay at nobody's house really.
Right? You don't have to worry about that drive in the morning.
All right, guys. I think we covered everything that we needed to
I
cover.
think we did.
Yeah, that.
We keeping that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's gonna be the cover photo.
You want
Now, just to let y'all know, these fools that introduced me.
Oh shit.
My name is Serge.
Damn.
I was like, wow, we're just gonna go right
Damn,
into it,
fucking up, man.
That's what happens.
Bro, my mind
You
ain't
know what it is?
My mind
Because
slipped.
I'm dark skinned. That's what we were talking about
Yes.
racism because I'm dark skinned. It didn't feel
It
like.
has nothing
It
to
didn't
do
feel like
with
it.
it.
Nah.
Dark skin too. What you talking about?
What are you
You
talking
just-
about?
you talking-
That's
you
why
just-
you only got a seatbelt ticket.
Listen.
You got seatbelt ticket because the streets fuck with me heavy.
We're gonna do this again, just to do this right because he is right. But in our defense, all of us just got done playing ball and we're really tired.
We took a shower first, just throwing that in there.
So
You're funny.
it's
Niggas thinking we up here funking.
mine wasn't in the right place. Plus,
No problem.
been sipping a little bit. So
My fucking legs hurt.
Man, it was great being on this podcast though. I've been watching like all the videos and I was happy as hell that I can jump on.
Yeah, keep
especially
bringing your
this
ass on the
topic.
show, man.
Hey,
so for all that
next
don't
one.
know, this is
I'm
Serge. My homeboy Serge. I'm sorry. Usually we do the introduction at the beginning, but I don't know why my mind slipped.
We went right into it.
We just
Because,
went right
we
into
had,
it.
We had to. With all that's going on now,
Yeah.
we had to dive right into it because it
Yeah, I
was
was
getting
a
too
little
crazy.
mad earlier.
Yeah, I was itching.
Well,
I was
the shit
itching
we're
to do this episode.
I was ready to pull the trigger on this one, man. So but yeah, this hard man.
Racist ass people.
We want to thank you for coming on the
Of
show
course.
and also being a viewer. Thank you for watching all the
Of course,
videos.
always
and all
support.
that
Great
stuff.
videos. The chemistry with YouTube guys is great.
And just like you said, man, thank you for coming on here being yourself.
Yeah.
You know, that's the man. Back to y'all, man. This is what I say when you come on the show. Stop bullshitting, man. Damn, y'all know who y'all are. I'm not saying no names. I know who y'all are. Stop bullshitting and come on the show.
Yeah, I want to be on the show. Word, set up the shit.
Head ass.
Like, oh no, I can't today or not this week or whatever. It's cool. This shit gonna keep on rolling.
Of course.
So regardless.
You already know what to do, man. Like, share, comment, subscribe. This has been Lit Logic, episode 15. I'm your boy Jay.
I'm big.
It's my man Serge. This has been Lit Logic. Catch y'all next time. Peace.
Episode 20, Jay said he was gonna. Stop.
So now I gotta cut the shit out. You playing around.
Yo, he played around for like 2 minutes in the beginning. Alright. This is the blooper reel.
No, it's cool.
We